What if the best Christmas of your life was the one you spent away from your family? I'll never forget the day I found out I was 5 months pregnant. It was a moment of pure joy, but it was quickly shattered when my husband's nephew punched me hard in the stomach. I was devastated, but what happened next was even more shocking. My sister-in-law brushed it off as a phase, and my mother-in-law told me to stay home for Christmas to avoid any accidents. I was hurt and felt like I was being ostracized by my own family. But then, something unexpected happened. My husband started packing his bags on December 21st, and I realized he was leaving me to spend Christmas with his family. I was taken aback, but I didn't say a word. Instead, I stood silent, and when he asked if I wanted him to stay, I shook my head and said, "No, you can go." He smiled sheepishly, but I could sense the guilt in his eyes. That's when my work colleague, an unmarried older lady, stepped in and suggested we spend Christmas together. I hadn't celebrated the holiday with anyone outside of my husband's family in years, and I didn't know what to expect. But as we spent the day together, I felt a sense of freedom and happiness that I hadn't experienced in decades. I slept in, ate whatever I wanted, and didn't have to deal with the constant criticism and judgment that I'd grown accustomed to. For the first time in 15 years, I didn't have to wake up at 7 a.m., cook weird food from my home country, or listen to my father-in-law's rants. I didn't have to pretend to be someone I'm not or apologize for my existence. I was finally myself, and it felt amazing. When my husband returned home, he was anxious and on edge, sensing that something had shifted within me. He apologized for leaving me, but I just looked at him, my expression a mix of emotions. In that moment, I realized that I'd been living someone else's dream for far too long. I'd been trying to fit into a family that didn't accept me, and it had taken a toll on my mental health. But now, I'd caught a glimpse of what it means to be truly happy, and I wasn't sure if I could go back to the way things were. My husband is panicking, sensing that I've changed, and I don't blame him. I'm still trying to process my newfound freedom. But one thing is certain: I'll never settle for a loveless Christmas again.